Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to speak about something that defines our very existence, the unbreakable spirit within us. Life will challenge us. It will test us with hardships, disappointments, and moments of despair. But in those moments, our true strength is revealed not in how we fall, but in how we rise again. An unbreakable spirit is not about never failing, it's about refusing to stay defeated. It's about believing in yourself when no one else, finding light in the darkest of times, and pushing forward when every obstacle tells you to stop. History is filled with stories of individuals who refused to surrender to their circumstances: Nelson Mandela, Malala Yousafzai, Thomas Edison, and countless others. They faced impossible odds but stood firm because their spirit was unbreakable. You too have this power within you. No matter what you face, failure, loss, rejection, or adversity, remember this: you are stronger than your struggles. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every hardship is a lesson. And every challenge is an opportunity to prove that you are unstoppable. Resilience is the foundation of an unbreakable spirit. It is the power within us that refuses to be defeated, even when life is at its hardest. We all experience moments of hardship. These moments can leave us feeling broken, vulnerable, and unsure of ourselves. The weight of the world may feel unbearable, and the path ahead might seem too steep to climb. But resilience teaches us to rise again. When we think of resilience, we often think of someone who has gone through difficult times, yet remains standing. It's easy to admire resilience from afar, but it's something that we can all cultivate within ourselves. It's a decision, a mindset that we must adopt in order to not just survive, but to thrive. Resilience doesn't mean we won't feel pain or frustration. It simply means that despite the pain, we refuse to allow it to define us. Instead of allowing hardship to break us, resilience compels us to learn from it, to grow stronger, and to move forward. The truth is, we cannot avoid hardship. It's an inevitable part of life. No matter who we are or where we come from, challenges will arise. Some of these challenges will be small, and some will be life-altering. But resilience doesn't mean avoiding pain or difficulty. It means knowing that no matter how many times we stumble, we will always find the strength to get back up. Resilience is not something that comes easily. It takes practice, persistence, and determination. It requires us to acknowledge the pain, process it, and then make the choice to keep going. It's about understanding that even in our weakest moments, we have the ability to rebuild. In fact, sometimes it's our most difficult experiences that teach us the greatest lessons about our inner strength. Think about the times in your life when you felt completely defeated, like all hope was lost. Yet here you are, you survived. You might even be stronger because of it. That's resilience at work. When we practice resilience, we learn that hardship is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It becomes the catalyst for our growth. Every challenge we face, whether personal, professional, or emotional, has the potential to bring us closer to the person we are meant to be. Instead of letting hardships define us as weak or incapable, resilience allows us to redefine ourselves as survivors, warriors, and leaders in our own lives. In the end, resilience is not about avoiding or escaping hardship. It's about knowing that no matter how hard things get, we have the power to endure, to persevere, and to ultimately emerge victorious. Failure is a concept that many of us fear, yet it is one of the most important aspects of our growth. Society often tells us that failure is something to be avoided at all costs, that it marks the end of a journey or the end of a dream. But the reality is that failure is not final. In fact, it's often the very thing that propels us forward. When we fail, we are given a unique opportunity, the opportunity to learn. Failure teaches us lessons that success can never provide. It's a mirror that reflects our weaknesses, our mistakes, and the areas where we need to grow. The key to unlocking the power of failure lies in how we choose to respond to it. Many of the most successful individuals throughout history have faced failure time and time again. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. He didn't see each failure as a defeat. Instead, he saw them as steps toward his goal. In his own words, Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset is what ultimately led to his success. Failure was never the end of his story, it was simply part of the process. Failure is also a powerful reminder that success is rarely linear. It's not a straight path, but rather a series of ups and downs, twists and turns. We don't always achieve what we want on the first try, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's necessary. Without failure, there would be no innovation, no personal development, and no breakthroughs. Every time we fail, we are given the chance to reassess, reevaluate, and try again with greater knowledge and insight. But what about the fear of failure? For many, this fear can be paralyzing. We worry about what others will think, whether we will be judged, or if we will be seen as incapable. The truth is, failure does not diminish us, it builds us. The greatest people throughout history have been those who embraced failure, not as a sign of their inability, but as a sign of their willingness to take risks, to be bold, and to challenge the status quo. We must remember that failure is not a reflection of our worth or abilities. It is simply a part of the journey. It does not define us, and it certainly does not determine our future. What matters is not how many times we fall, but how many times we rise. Every time we fail and choose to try again, we become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. We learn to adapt, to innovate, and to approach our goals with a new perspective. In fact, failure often brings us closer to success than success itself ever could. It teaches us to be humble, to be patient, and to persist in the face of adversity. It shows us that success is not about perfection, it's about perseverance. Each failure is a stepping stone, a lesson learned, and a building block for something greater. So, the next time you experience failure, don't see it as the end of the road. See it as the beginning of a new chapter, the start of an even stronger, more informed version of yourself. Believing in yourself is the cornerstone of an unbreakable spirit. It is the fuel that drives us to push past doubts, to face the impossible, and to continue forward when the world seems to be against us. Self-belief is not merely an abstract idea or a motivational phrase, it is a profound understanding of our own worth, capabilities, and potential. Without belief in ourselves, we can easily become paralyzed by fear, insecurity, and uncertainty. But when we believe in who we are, we unlock the power to achieve extraordinary things, even in the most challenging circumstances. Self-belief starts with understanding that we are all unique, with our own talents, strengths, and perspectives. However, it doesn't mean that we are born with an unshakable belief in our abilities. In fact, self-belief is something that is often built over time through experiences, both good and bad. Each challenge we overcome, each goal we achieve, and each setback we learn from adds a layer to our confidence and self-assurance. It is not something that happens overnight, but something that grows with every step we take on our journey. One of the biggest barriers to self-belief is the fear of failure or rejection. Too often we hold back from pursuing our dreams because we are afraid of not being good enough, of not measuring up to the expectations of others, or of failing in front of others. But when we allow this fear to control us, we give away our power. We allow doubt to rob us of the very thing we need to succeed, belief in our own potential. If we let fear define our actions, we will never truly know what we are capable of achieving. Believing in yourself doesn't mean ignoring your weaknesses or pretending you have all the answers. It means acknowledging both your strengths and your areas for growth. and trusting that you have the ability to improve, adapt, and succeed. It means understanding that you are worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment, regardless of your past or current circumstances. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeking external validation to prove your worth. You begin to trust your own instincts, your decisions, and your capacity to handle whatever life throws at you. It's important to recognize that believing in yourself doesn't mean you won't face doubt. It means that when doubt arises, you will acknowledge it but not let it control you. Self doubt is a natural part of the human experience, and even the most successful people face moments of insecurity. The key is to not let these doubts prevent you from taking action or pursuing your goals. Instead of seeing doubt as a sign of weakness, see it as a challenge to your self belief, a chance to prove to yourself that you are stronger than any fear or uncertainty that comes your way. Believing in yourself also means trusting in your journey, even when it doesn't look the way you expected. It's easy to lose faith when things don't go as planned, but that is when your belief in yourself is most important. Trust that every setback, every delay, and every disappointment is leading you somewhere important. Trust that, no matter how difficult the journey, you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. When you believe in yourself, you approach challenges with confidence, knowing that you have the strength, resilience, and determination to overcome them. Perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of self-belief is its ability to inspire others. When you believe in yourself, you radiate a quiet confidence that others can see and feel. Your belief becomes contagious, motivating those around you to believe in themselves too. This creates a ripple effect where self-belief not only propels you forward, but also encourages others to rise to their fullest potential. When you believe in yourself, you lead by example, showing others that they too can achieve great things. Believing in yourself doesn't require you to be perfect or to have everything figured out. It simply means trusting in your own ability to navigate life's challenges and to keep moving forward. When you believe in yourself, you tap into a well of strength that enables you to face obstacles with courage, take risks with confidence, and embrace new opportunities with an open heart. It's about understanding that no matter how hard things get, you have the inner strength to keep going, to grow, and to succeed. Adversity is a constant companion in life, a force that we cannot avoid or control. It comes in many forms: personal struggles, financial hardship, loss, illness, and countless other challenges that test our will and character. While adversity may seem like an obstacle in the moment, it is, in fact, one of the most powerful tools we have for growth. It is through adversity that we discover our true strength, resilience, and potential. In times of adversity, it can feel as though the weight of the world is on our shoulders. The pain, frustration, and uncertainty can make it difficult to see a way forward. But it is precisely in these moments of struggle that we begin to build the strength that will carry us through future challenges. Each adversity we face is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, and to refine our character. It is through adversity that we develop the mental toughness, emotional endurance, and determination that allow us to rise above life's difficulties. When we face challenges, we often uncover strengths within ourselves that we never knew existed. These are the strengths that we rely on in times of crisis, the ones that push us forward, even when everything seems to be falling apart. Whether it's our ability to persevere, to stay calm under pressure, or to think creatively to solve problems, adversity helps us tap into our inner resources and unlock our full potential. It forces us to confront our fears and limitations, and in doing so, we expand our capacity to endure and succeed. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Many of them have faced immense adversity, often in their personal lives, before they ever achieved greatness. Oprah Winfrey overcame a traumatic childhood and poverty. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he created before returning to transform it into one of the most innovative companies in the world. Maya Angelou, a poet and civil rights activist, endured sexual abuse, racial discrimination, and personal struggles before becoming one of the most celebrated voices of her generation. These individuals, and so many others, didn't let adversity break them. Instead, they used it as a catalyst for their personal transformation. The beauty of adversity is that it does not discriminate. Everyone faces hardship at some point in their lives, and it is in how we respond to it that determines our ultimate success. Some may choose to retreat, to give up, or to let their struggles define them. But those who embrace adversity, who face it head on and choose to learn from it, are the ones who emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable. Adversity doesn't break us, it strengthens us. It teaches patience and the value of hard work. It shows us that even in our weakest moments, we have the ability to rise and keep going. One of the key aspects of adversity is that it builds not just physical strength, but mental and emotional strength. Our minds and hearts become more resilient the more we face and navigate challenges. When we push through adversity, we develop a greater sense of self-efficacy, an understanding that we have the ability to handle whatever is our way. This confidence in our ability to cope with difficult situations becomes a powerful force that propels us forward, even in the face of future obstacles. In fact, adversity often reveals what we are truly capable of. When everything is going smoothly, we may never realize the depth of our strength or our capacity to cope with stress and hardship. It is only when we are tested that we discover the inner resources we have available to us. We learn to be resourceful, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to find creative solutions to problems. In this way, adversity becomes a teacher, offering us the lessons and skills we need to become the best versions of ourselves. While adversity can be painful, it is essential to remember that it is temporary. The difficult times we face will eventually pass, and we will emerge on the other side stronger than we were before. It is important to hold on to this perspective during tough times, that the struggles we face today are shaping us for the future. They are preparing us for new opportunities, new challenges, and new victories. And when we emerge from the other side of adversity, we are not the same person we were before. We are stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to handle whatever comes next. Adversity does not define us. How we respond to adversity is what truly shapes our identity. It is through the process of overcoming challenges that we forge our inner strength and character. And when we recognize that adversity is a powerful force for growth, we can face it not with fear or hesitation, but with courage and determination. Adversity may test us, but it will never break us, for we are always capable of building strength. No matter how difficult the journey may seem, history is a testament to the resilience and strength of the human spirit. Throughout time, we have witnessed individuals and entire societies overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges, rising from the ashes of hardship to achieve greatness. These stories are not just tales from the past. They are powerful reminders that no matter how difficult the present may seem, there is always hope for the future. The triumphs of those who came before us show that an unbreakable spirit can withstand the fiercest storms and emerge victorious. Think of the stories of great leaders and visionaries who have shaped the course of history. These individuals did not achieve their success by avoiding failure, fear, or adversity. Rather, they thrived because they embraced those challenges and refused to let them define them. Nelson Mandela, for example, spent 27 years in prison, yet he emerged as the leader of South Africa, helping to dismantle the apartheid regime and guide the country toward reconciliation. His journey was fraught with obstacles, yet his unwavering belief in justice, equality, and peace allowed him to overcome them. Similarly, consider the life of Malala Yousafzai. who was shot for advocating girls' education in Pakistan. Rather than silencing her, this act of violence only fueled her resolve. She continued to speak out, eventually becoming the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate. Her story is one of courage, defiance, and the unbreakable spirit to fight for what is right despite facing immense opposition. Malala's journey proves that even the most brutal adversity cannot extinguish the power of a determined spirit. But history's evidence of the unbreakable spirit extends beyond political leaders. Think of the countless inventors, scientists, and creators whose breakthroughs came only after numerous failures. Thomas Edison, for instance, faced countless setbacks and disappointments on his way to inventing the light bulb. Despite over 1,000 failed attempts, he never gave up. His unwavering belief in his ability to succeed kept him moving forward, and in the end, he revolutionized the world. The same can be said for Marie Curie, whose work in radioactivity not only earned her 2 Nobel Prizes, but also helped lay the foundation for modern medicine. Her groundbreaking contributions came at a time when women faced significant barriers in science, yet she persisted, driven by a passion and belief in the importance of her work. The resilience of societies throughout history also demonstrates the unbreakable spirit. During times of war, famine, and devastation, entire populations have risen from the ashes of destruction to rebuild and prosper. After the devastation of World War II, for example, countries like Germany and Japan not only recovered but became global powerhouses in a matter of decades. This recovery was not a result of sheer luck or external intervention. It was driven by the determination and yielding spirit of individuals and communities who refused to be defeated by the chaos of war. Their stories prove that no matter how dire the circumstances, humanity has an extraordinary capacity to rebuild, reinvent, and rise again. Even in the face of natural disasters, humanity's unbreakable spirit shines through. After events like earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes, entire communities have come together to support one another and rebuild their homes and lives. The resilience of the human spirit is evident in these collective efforts, where people from all walks of life set aside differences to help those in need, working together to overcome seemingly impossible odds. One of the most powerful aspects of history is that it provides us with countless examples of individuals and communities who have faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, and yet they prevailed. These stories serve as both a blueprint and an inspiration for us today. They remind us that no matter the obstacles we face, we are not alone. History shows that others have faced similar struggles, and through perseverance, determination, and an unwavering spirit, they have overcome them. We can draw strength and courage from the stories of those who have come before us. Their experiences offer us the knowledge that we, too, are capable of overcoming adversity. Just as they faced the darkness and emerged into the light, we have the power to do the same. History proves that the human spirit is unbreakable, and we are part of that legacy. By embracing the lessons of the past, we can fuel our own unbreakable spirit and carry it forward into the future. As we navigate our own struggles and challenges, we must remember that we stand on the shoulders of giants, those who have faced their own battles and triumphed. Their stories are not just history, they are living proof that adversity does not have to define us. It is our response to it that shapes our future. By embracing the strength and resilience shown by those who came before us, we too can forge a path toward success, no matter how daunting the journey may seem. Every challenge we face in life, no matter how daunting or overwhelming it may seem, is an opportunity in disguise. Often, when we are confronted with difficulties, our first instinct is to see them as obstacles, things that stand in our way and prevent us from achieving our goals. However, challenges have the unique power to shape our future in ways that comfort and ease never could. They are the catalyst for growth, innovation, and transformation. In times of difficulty, it's easy to focus on the immediate discomfort or frustration, but if we take a step back and shift our perspective, we can see that these challenges present valuable opportunities to learn, adapt, and become stronger. The most profound growth often happens not in times of comfort, but in moments of struggle. It is during these times that we are forced to dig deep, to discover strengths we didn't know we had, and to tap into our resilience in ways that make us better equipped for the future. For example, consider the journey of an entrepreneur who faces failure after failure before achieving success. Each setback, though discouraging at the time, serves as a lesson. A failed product launch might teach them the importance of market research. A business partnership that doesn't work out might teach them valuable lessons about negotiation and trust. Through each challenge, they grow, becoming more capable and experienced. Without those early failures and the challenges they brought, they would not have developed the knowledge and skills necessary to succeed. The challenge wasn't a roadblock, it was an opportunity to refine their vision, to learn from mistakes, and to build a stronger foundation for future success. Similarly, think about the challenges we face in our personal lives. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, a personal health struggle, or a relationship breakdown, these challenges often bring us to the edge of our limits. Yet, it is in these moments that we are forced to confront our deepest fears and vulnerabilities. While it may seem impossible to see a silver lining in such moments, they provide us with the opportunity to learn more about ourselves, to develop empathy, and to cultivate resilience. For example, someone who has experienced personal loss may gain a deeper appreciation for life, leading them to live more fully and prioritize what truly matters. They might also become a source of support and inspiration for others who are going through similar experiences. In this way, adversity becomes a vehicle for personal transformation. Challenges also force us to be creative. When we face obstacles, we are often forced to think outside the box, to find new solutions, and to approach problems from different angles. This creative problem solving is a key component of success. Without challenges pushing us to innovate, we would remain stagnant. The adversity that businesses, individuals, or societies face often leads to breakthroughs, new ways of thinking, and revolutionary ideas. The challenges of today are the breeding grounds for the innovations of tomorrow. The technology we take for granted today, whether it's the internet, medical advancements, or clean energy solutions, born out of the need to solve complex problems and overcome challenges. These challenges created the opportunity for progress, for new ideas to flourish, and for the world to move forward in ways that were previously unimaginable. On a broader scale, every challenge faced by a community or nation can serve as an opportunity for unity and growth. After natural disasters, war, or economic crisis, societies often rally together to rebuild and recover. The aftermath of these events may initially seem like a period of devastation, but it is during these times that people come together in solidarity, showing an extraordinary capacity for cooperation, compassion, and innovation. The opportunity to rebuild not only brings about physical restoration, but also often leads to social and cultural advancements. A community that has faced hardship often emerges more resilient, more connected, and more determined than before. The shared experience of overcoming a challenge creates a bond that strengthens the fabric of society and paves the way for future progress. Furthermore, each challenge presents an opportunity to redefine ourselves. It's easy to live life according to a script, following the same routines, expectations, and patterns. But challenges often disrupt this comfort, forcing us to re-examine our values, goals, and priorities. The struggles we face can act as a wake-up call, urging us to reassess our paths and to make choices that align more closely with who we want to be. A person who has faced significant health challenges, for example, might begin to prioritize wellness in a way they never did before. Someone who has faced personal or professional rejection may develop a stronger sense of self-worth, realizing that their value is not dependent on others' approval. Challenges in this sense become opportunities for personal reinvention and self-discovery. Additionally, every challenge can serve as an opportunity to help others. In facing difficulties ourselves, we often develop empathy and understanding for others who are going through similar struggles. We become more compassionate, more willing to listen, and more inclined to lend a helping hand. This creates a ripple effect, as those we help are empowered to rise above their own challenges. By facing adversity, we are often placed in a position to become leaders, mentors, and sources of inspiration for others, showing them that they too can overcome their struggles. While challenges are undoubtedly difficult, they are also an essential part of the human experience. They shape us into who we are meant to become. They test our strength, refine our character, and provide us with opportunities to grow in ways we never imagined. Rather than avoiding challenges, we must embrace them as opportunities for growth, learning, and transformation. For it is in the face of adversity that we discover our true potential, and it is through overcoming challenges that we ultimately become the best versions of ourselves. The phrase "never give up" may seem like a simple, motivational statement, but its meaning runs much deeper. To never give up is to embody the essence of perseverance, resilience, and determination in the face of challenges. It's an unwavering commitment to push forward, no matter how tough the circumstances, no matter how many times we are knocked down. This mindset is not just about blind optimism, but about having the strength and courage to face adversity head-on, understanding that persistence is often the key to success. When we think of the phrase "never give up," it's easy to envision someone who, no matter what, continues to pursue their dreams with relentless energy. But the truth is, this attitude is born from the knowledge that setbacks, failures, and obstacles are an inevitable part of life. Those who never give up aren't immune to difficulties. They simply refuse to let those difficulties stop them. They understand that success is not an overnight phenomenon, but rather the result of continuous effort, learning, and growth over time. The journey of never giving up is often a lonely one. At times, it might feel like the world is telling us to quit, that the obstacles are too great to overcome, or that our dreams are too far out of reach. The people around us may doubt us, and even our own inner voice may whisper that we're not good enough, that we're destined to fail. But those who adopt the mindset of never giving up understand that these voices are simply temporary distractions. They do not reflect our true potential. Instead of succumbing to self-doubt, they push through it, using the struggles they face as fuel to keep going. This mentality can be observed in the lives of many famous individuals who faced overwhelming odds but refused to give up. Thomas Edison, for instance, famously failed over 1,000 times before finally inventing the light bulb. He didn't see each failure as an end, but as a necessary step toward his goal. He understood that each failure was actually a lesson, an opportunity to refine his approach and get closer to success. In his mind, quitting wasn't an option, he had a purpose, and he would keep trying until he achieved it. The same mindset fueled other pioneers like Albert Einstein, who, despite facing numerous setbacks in his early life, went on to become one of the greatest scientists in history. We can also see this mindset in athletes who overcome extraordinary obstacles to reach the pinnacle of their sport. Michael Jordan, widely considered the greatest basketball player of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. But rather than giving up, he used this failure as motivation to work harder and prove everyone wrong. Jordan's story is a powerful reminder that even when we face rejection and adversity, we can always find the strength to keep pushing forward. His success didn't come because he gave up at the first sign of difficulty. It came because he learned from each setback and used that knowledge to fuel his drive. However, never giving up isn't about mindlessly pushing forward without thought. It's about resilience, adaptability, and knowing when to change course while still keeping the end goal in sight. There is a fine line between perseverance and stubbornness. At times, the path to success may require us to reassess our strategies, pivot our approach, or try new methods. The key is to remain committed to the journey, to stay true to the vision of what we want to achieve, and to never give up on the pursuit of that goal, no matter how many detours we have to take. Moreover, the never give up attitude teaches us patience. In our fast paced world, we are often told that success should come quickly, that results should be immediate. Yet in reality, most significant accomplishments take time, effort, and persistence. The most valuable things in life are often the hardest to achieve, and the road to success is rarely smooth. By adopting the mindset of never giving up, we learn to trust the process, to embrace the journey, and to find value in the work we put in rather than focusing solely on the end result. It's the patience we develop in the face of setbacks that allows us to keep going, even when the finish line seems far off. Another crucial element of the never give up mentality is resilience. Life will undoubtedly throw curveballs, and we will face moments of doubt, fear, and frustration. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from these moments, to get up after we've been knocked down, and to keep moving forward with renewed strength. Each time we persevere through hardship, we grow stronger, more capable, and more confident in our ability to handle whatever comes next. Resilience teaches us that failure is not the end of the road, but rather a temporary setback that can be overcome with persistence and grit. Importantly, never giving up also means holding on to our vision, even when external circumstances or others' opinions try to sway us. Often, the people around us may not understand our goals or may even discourage us. They might tell us that our dreams are too big, that our ambitions are unrealistic. But those who never give up recognize that their dreams are their own. They are not dependent on the approval or validation of others. Their inner belief in their mission, their purpose, and their capabilities is what keeps them going, regardless of the noise around them. This attitude also serves as an inspiration to others. When we refuse to give up on our dreams, we set an example for those around us, whether they are our friends, family, or even strangers who are watching our journey. Our determination and resilience can motivate others to pursue their own goals and never give up, even when the road is tough. By showing the world that we can keep going despite the odds, we encourage others to do the same. To never give up is to recognize that setbacks are not signs of defeat, but rather opportunities for growth. It is to understand that success is not defined by how many times we fall, but by how many times we rise. Life will test us, challenge us, and even try to break us down. But with the mindset of never giving up, we can turn every challenge into a stepping stone toward our ultimate success. No matter how many times we are knocked down, we have the power to rise again, to continue our journey, and to keep moving forward with unwavering determination. The key to an unbreakable spirit lies not in avoiding adversity, but in how we rise to meet it. Life will undoubtedly test us, throw obstacles in our path, and sometimes even make us question our purpose. But as we've seen throughout history and in the lives of those who have come before us, those who never give up, who face each challenge with resilience, and who continue to press forward despite the odds, are the ones who emerge victorious. An unbreakable spirit is forged in the fires of hardship. It's a mindset that refuses to yield to difficulty, a belief that no matter how many times we fall, we will always rise again. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt is an opportunity to grow stronger, to learn, and to build the resilience that will carry us through life's toughest battles. And in this pursuit, we will find that we are not only capable of overcoming the hurdles before us, but also of becoming the best versions of ourselves. So when life gets tough, when the road seems too long and the obstacles too high, remember this: your spirit is unbreakable. The strength lies within you to keep going, to persevere, and to never give up. Keep pressing forward with courage, with determination, and with the unshakable belief that your journey is worth every step. Because in the end, it is those who never give up who achieve greatness.